It's great to host the JCB Championship and welcome some of the greatest names in senior golf. It's a fantastic venue and we should be in for some great action.
Hello and welcome to JCB Golf and Country Club just outside of Uttoxeter in England. It's the 5th regular Legends Tour event of the season, not counting the senior majors, and what a field we have assembled here for the JCB Championship. Vijay Singh just warming up behind us, Ernie Els is here, Colin Montgomery, the list goes on, Rachel, doesn't it? How brilliant is it to have such a star-studded field?
I'm honestly like a kid in a sweet shop. I've looked at the swings, I've been taking videos, it's amazing. I grew up watching these guys, so to see them in the flesh hitting shots, they're going to be tired after the Senior Open, but they're up for the challenge.
Well, one man who is very much up for the challenge of defending his title this week and still riding high from victory in the Senior Open last week at Royal Porthcawl is Alex Chaker.
I don't think it's still sank in, you know. I'm still on adrenaline. I can't sleep at night. Now this is the second night. I haven't really slept a minute, so it's overwhelming. You know, winning one was incredible. Winning then the PGA, that was like something special. But being a European and winning here in Europe, that is the icing on the cake. Really played well last year. I had a great time. It's a great golf course. Last year the course was in great shape. I played well and I beat a great field here last year. So it's going to be the same this year. There's a lot of great players, so I'm excited.
We had brilliant crowds at the JCB Championship last year. We're expecting exactly the same this year, and that's because we've got a brilliant field of players and this incredible golf course. Signature par 3 17th behind me. This is a great place to come and watch. And a player who knows this course and is hosting this week, Darren Clark, has been catching up with Rachel to give us the insights on the layout.
Darren, thank you so much for joining us. Last year, when you came tied third, Lot Farm, first of fairways.
Yeah.
How's it going to play this week?
Yeah, very different. You know, played a couple of rounds already yesterday in the Pro-Am yesterday as well. So ball's obviously not travelling like it was last year. So some bunkers that we took on to carry and chase the ball maybe towards the green, got to be a little bit more careful of those. And it's just going to be a little bit more, it's obviously going to play longer, but in saying that, the greens will be a little bit more receptive. So, you know, there's a balance there. So it'll give us a chance to maybe fire at a few flags that we maybe didn't do last year.
A lot of undulations. I'm actually taller than you, but no, we're not. But how you have to hit the right place in these greens.
Yeah, it's all about quadrants on this golf course. If you can control your golf ball and get it into the right quadrant, then you're going to have a pretty good birdie chance. But if you don't, if you miss it, with the speed the greens are going to be going up and over hills, is going to make it pretty tough. So your arm play's got to be pretty spot on this week.
Well, you're a fantastic host. Brilliant golf course. Play well this week.
Thank you, Rachel.
Thankfully, it's dry for the start of round one, but the course is playing long due to heavy rain in the build-up to the tournament. Phil Archer finished tied 5th in the Senior Open at Royal Porthcawl last week, and he picked up right where he left off, as this approach into the opening hole took advantage of the contours to set up a birdie. Great example of the undulations in play here at JCB Golf and Country Club across the whole course and especially around the green complexes. Australian Rod Pampling was another to get out of the blocks quickly. The 3-time PGA Tour winner converted the birdie after this fine approach to start his day with a red number. So let's get down to the man of the moment, riding the crest of the wave, Alex Chaker on the first tee, Warren.
And it's a pretty daunting tee shot as well. Water to carry and down the left. Bunker at 257. Need a good hit. Well, it's a bit of a low drawy one, but good club head speed. 105 there. So carrying 268, that's an excellent tee shot. Right in the mayor's office. Look at that. 290 and a bit.
Tongchai Jaidi, the Thai player, his second shot into the second hole.
Yes, nice par at the first hole for Jaidi, and looks as if he may make a birdie there on the second. Beautifully crafted wedge shot.
Good example that even though the soft conditions mean it plays longer, it does enable the players to be more aggressive into some of the tucked flags. Is that what Montgomery will do here on 1?
Sure he will. He's always been a player that's liked to go at flags. Beware the injured golfer a little bit. He's been complaining of a bad back the last couple of weeks, but you would never know it with a shot like that.
Yeah, we've seen others use the contours on the right. Not for Monty, straight at it. Now Alex Chaker.
Always been an aggressive player and a wonderful iron player as well, Chaker. Probably the only thing that's ever held him back playing on the main tour was his putting. Not renowned as one of the best putters in the world, but how about this? Just glorious.
Don't need to be a brilliant putter when you're knocking it in that close. We saw the 4 Legends Tour wins, 3 of those majors on the senior circuit. Playing alongside them, Keith Horne.
Yeah, talking of sweet swingers, the man from South Africa, lovely move he makes at it. Just straight up and down the line. He'll take that, middle of the green. 3 pretty impressive shots to start with.
Now up to the second green, Philip Archer for the birdie start.
Pretty slick down the hill. Greens 10.5 on the stimp meter. But down a little slope they are quick, and that is a beautiful way to start.
Superb stuff. Finished 7th on the Order of Merit on the Legends Tour in his rookie season last year. A lot of people expecting a breakthrough win from Archer. Tongchai Jaidi. We saw how quick it was for Archer. He'll just have to tickle this.
Tickled nicely. Yep. Anytime you make a red number on this course, it's quite a demanding layout. You're pleased with yourself.
Keith Horne with the longest of the 3 birdie putts on this first hole.
I don't know what they've put on the greens today, but they're rolling so true. How beautifully struck that was. Never looked like going anywhere else. Not a lot of movement in it, but even so, beautifully judged.
Brilliant to see the crowds out there enjoying watching their heroes, Montgomery amongst them.
54 tour wins to his name, Monty, so he gets off to a birdie start. That'll make the hole a little bit smaller for Chaker. Both players in this group making 3 already.
Yeah, tough school this one. Chaker opting to leave the flagstick in.
Yeah, legends here. 83 tour wins between these players in this group, so they know how to get the job done, and that is a brilliant start by this group, all of them making birdies.
An early lead at 2 under for Phil Archer and Andre Bosser, who got himself into the field this week by closing with a 63 to finish 4th at the Swiss Seniors Open. Colin Montgomery added a second birdie with this putt at 2, and he made it 3 in a row at the par 5 third. Unfortunately, he dropped shots at the 5th and 8th. 4-time major winner Ernie Els started on the 10th hole, and this precise approach led to a birdie at 11. He bounced back from a bogey at 16 with a birdie 2 at 17 to turn in -1. Phil Archer set up his 3rd birdie in a row to start the week with this laser at 3. He then went bogey, birdie to finish an eventful front 9 in 33 strokes. Rod Pampling made it 4 birdies in the first 5 holes by stroking this beauty home on the wonderful greens. He bogeyed the 470-yard 7th to drop back to 3 under par. This year's Q School winner Keith Horne birdied the 3rd and went back-to-back by draining this on the 4th. He circled another red number on 8 to cruise to -4. So Keith Horne has a 1-shot lead around the halfway point of day 1 with Pampling, Archer and Jean van der Velde in 2nd. The leader is heading to the 9th hole and Rachel can tell us about it.
The 9th hole this week is a par 3, 170 yards, but it's playing 156 due to the downhill elevation. It's a spectacular hole for spectators that will be watching this week. Now, last year the pin locations were back middle, back right and back left. The miss for the guys this week is the back middle, leaving yourself with a putt either up the green or to the back right. If you miss the green, however, you've got some thick rough to contend with, and be long on this hole in that bunker. It's a very tough, tricky, short-sided bunker shot. Par's a great score on this hole.
Brilliant start for Keith Horne, runner-up, losing in the playoff to Adilson de Silva in the first event of the season.
A lot of hang time with this shot. Really quite tricky getting the right club, especially today in the swirling breeze, but that's terrific execution. Never left the flagstick.
Well, this is tricky for Adilson de Silva. Just coming over the sort of corner of a bunker here.
Yeah, pretty tight, pitching onto a downslope, so getting that to stop pretty quickly, that was impressive.
2 wins for the Brazilian this season. And Shaker on 9. Plays a long way downhill, this one, Warren.
Yeah, 14 yards or so, so it plays a good club, maybe a club and a half. Need to take off as you come down the slope. And nearly our 9th hole in one of the season. It's been pretty spectacular, the number of aces we've had so far this year.
Now de Silva to make his birdie, move to 3 under at 13. Brilliant, ominous from the man who's second in the order of merit, knocked off of the top spot by Shaker's win in Wales last week.
Quite a bit of left to right movement as he putts this one for his birdie 2. Oh, he's undercooked it. Right line, needed a little bit more of a positive action there, so the opportunity to make a 2 goes a-begging.
4 under par for his opening 9 holes is just what the doctor ordered for the big South African, though. And Shaker just to tap in to get back to +1.
There's warm applause there by the crowds around the 9th, which is near the clubhouse.
So Horne still leads. Van der Velde and Archer have dropped shots, but Adilson de Silva has moved into second. Join us after the break for more Legends Tour action from the JCB Championship. Welcome back to round 1 highlights of the JCB Championship. 2010 Ryder Cup captain Colin Montgomery made a par 5 on 10, and he holed this smooth putt for a birdie at the 399-yard 11th to move to 2 under par. John van der Velde hit back from his first bogey of the day at 7 with birdies on the 8th and 10th. He had a chance to pick up another stroke after this approach at 11, but he couldn't convert. Rob Pampling got into a share of the lead on 4 under with this birdie at 11. The 3-time PGA Tour winner followed that with a couple of pars. He wasn't tied for the lead for long though, as Keith Horne snuck his nose back in front once again with a birdie at 12, courtesy of this wonderful approach shot, spinning back down to about 6 feet. The cracking start for Horne continues as he looks for his first Legends Tour win in his rookie season. Jeev Milkha Singh and Ernie Els are going solidly, having started on the 10th, as indicated by the asterisks. We can join Alex Shaker, his 3rd shot here into the par 5 13th.
And a tight pin over on that left side. And he's played an absolute majestic shot. Obvious birdie opportunity for Shaker. Monty just a little shy. played 2 good shots short of this par 5, but a tricky pitch over the trap. And a fair bit of safety in that one.
Yeah, that shoulder of the bunker eating in a little bit more than it looks like from the view back. Darren Clark ticking along nicely at level par. This is approach into the 18th for the Northern Irishman.
He was out in 36. He's had 1 birdie, 1 bogey on the back 9. Tough pin today too, the 18th coming up that slope, but that looks like a birdie.
Yeah, split into 2 parts really, this 18th green. The pin located front left area of it today. Now the leader, Keith Horne, can he get it to 6?
And he might rue a missed opportunity there. Pretty good position off the tee. Just a little shy with the approach shot. He could reach comfortably, but makes the par. But maybe lets half a shot go.
Now Montgomery, can he capitalise on that tidy little pitch shot from over just right of the green?
He has had the physio out with a little bit of deep heat being rubbed into that back of his. So he does have problems.
And he taps in for the par. Ernie Els now, well, a long way away from the pin here on 18, playing from the bunker.
Yeah, ball looks to be also below his feet. That's awkward, especially to a green that's above you. But how about that for a bit of late spin? A little bit of fizz.
Well, Alex Chaker, we saw him playing his 3rd from much further back than most other players, but he's going to reap the dividends here if he can hold this one. And he does, to move back under par to 1 under.
Well, we've almost given Ernie this putt, but it is for the par. Yeah, certainly had a little bit of borrow on that.
Cracking save. That's his 9th hole at 1 under, having started on 10. So still 9 to go to make inroads on the leaderboard for the 4-time major winner.
And after the cracking second shot, Darren Clark taps it in for his birdie. That's a very useful 3 to make. Won't be too many of those today on that 18th.
Our tournament host, of course, this week. Michael Jonsson was 4th at the Senior Open last week, and he started on the 10th today. He was 1 over for his first 12 holes, but he took advantage of the par 5s with birdies here at 13 and another at the 3rd. Alex Chaker's ball striking was absolutely superlative, and he knocked another iron shot tight at the par 3 14th. He rolled in the putt and added pars at the next couple of holes. Chris DeMarco had a slow start to the tournament with 2 bogeys on the front 9, but he got his first birdie of the day here on 13. And like London buses, another one quickly followed on 14. Colin Montgomery also fired a brilliant tee shot on the 14th, a hole that Patrick Sholand had aced earlier in the day. Unfortunately, the Scot wasn't able to convert the birdie, so he stayed at 2 under. A bogey for Horne on 14 means he drops back alongside Pampling at -4. Irish Legends winner Peter Baker is lurking just a shot adrift. And we can join Monty on this spectacular 17th, Warren.
Yes, plays right down to this island green. Big drop, went down a little off the left. There's some very efficient numbers when you combine the club head speed there with the ball speed. That's why you get 171 yards of carry and an excellent shot from Monty.
You see the undulations taking the ball close to the hole there. You'd think on a long par 3 like this, once you've got it on the putting surface, that's the hard bit done. But if you get it in the wrong bit, you've got a real roller coaster of a putt. Pampling from the sand on 18.
A long way below the level of the green, but he made light work of that. That was beautifully clipped. He is a very efficient mover of the club when he's swinging.
I mentioned the green at 17. You're going to see it here. One tier to another for Keith Horne.
Yep, good for pace, he'll take that.
It's quieting down a little bit for him on the back nine after that brilliant start.
Jaker does have a massive practice swing with the putter. Good job he doesn't hit it with that when it comes to play the shot, but he misses out the birdie opportunity.
He'll stay at 2 under par though, and it's a really tight leaderboard. Not too many players getting too far under par. Anything under the card today, and you're well in contention going into the final couple of rounds. Thongchai Jaidee just chipping greenside at 18.
Well, all pars so far on the back nine for Jaidee, but he's made amends there because he's birdied the final hole. So home in 35 to go with the 35 out. That's a pretty good round of golf.
Montgomery, brilliant tee shot to hit to get to 3 under par.
He's missed a few opportunities out there today. That's another one he's shoved right. He's holed a couple of long ones and missed a couple of very makeable ones.
Not a mistake you're used to seeing Monty make. Philip Archer for birdie on 18 to shoot 73.
He's had a tough time on the par 5s today, but that's a good putt to make on the 18th. 3 6s on par 5s out there, but still rounding 1 over.
Peter Baker parred the 16th and made his 3 on the 17th. Thanks to this excellent chip. He's having a very good season at 5th on the order of merit, and he parred 18 for a 69. Philip Golding picked up his 5th birdie of the day at 15. Moved into a share of the lead by canning this 25-footer for a 2 at 17. He parred 18 to join the clubhouse lead on 4 under. It's a tight leaderboard after day 1 with Pampling, Horne and Golding signing for 68. It's been a fabulous first day here at the JCB Championship. Tough conditions, but we've seen some excellent golf. 18 players under par, Rachel. What have you made of it?
Kit, this course is tough. I played it in a Rose event. You have to be so good off the tee, but not only when you hit a good shot off the tee, you need to find the right place on the green. The greens are pure though, so if you are, you can make some putts. It's been fantastic.
We've got the 3 leaders tied at 4 under par, but some big names lurking just in behind them. Who are you keeping your eye on?
Ernie Els at 3 under, and of course Senior Open champion last week, Checker, is at 1 under. And depending what the weather does this weekend, it can really bring the field together, so I'm excited to see what happens.
It's all set up really well for the next couple of days, and we will see you again tomorrow for highlights of round 2.